I'm pleased to be here with you virtually this evening for the formal launch of this important report that makes clear the economic contribution, once again, of universities in Wales. That includes the real-world dimension to universities' impact on your wider communities. As the report notes, even in the incredibly difficult circumstance of 2019-20, the university sector was demonstrably important to our Welsh economy. In Wales, we value our university as drivers of research and innovation, creating and distributing new knowledge which can transform how we live and work. You are a vital part of the skills pipeline, educating and training our people for the jobs of the future and offering opportunities for lifelong skills development. And crucially, your anchor institutions within our local and regional communities, providing or contributing to employment for 1 in 20 people in Wales and playing a key role in each local economy. The Welsh higher education sector's output in 2019-20 was over £1.6 billion, and through knock-on effects, HE generated an additional £2.1 billion in other industries throughout the UK, with over £1.5 billion accruing in Welsh industries. That is quite something. The report highlights the importance of international links for universities through staff, students and visitors. Even allowing for the impact of the pandemic in 2019-20, the higher education sector earned a significant amount of international revenue, estimated as £336 million. Now, I'm proud to say that Wales is a confident and outward-looking country, and this Welsh Government values the international dimension in Welsh higher education. The report highlights the economic impact of international students studying in Wales, but all of us here tonight will understand there is an equally valuable cultural and societal impact in making global connections. Now, we have been clear that Wales remains a welcoming place to study and to work. And this will be an even more important message given the headwinds we expect to face in coming years. I do not want to see Wales recede from our place in the world as a globally responsible and welcoming modern nation. I want us to make sure that that message is very clearly understood within and outside Wales. That means we'll continue to build on the work that's been done to date through Global Wales by taking forward the International Learning Exchange programme. This £65 million 5-year programme is a down payment on our young people's futures, ensuring that as we finally overcome the pandemic, all the opportunities they would have had before are available again. And it will go further, providing more opportunities and bringing new benefits to our education providers. Now, the time covered by tonight's report wasn't a normal year for institutions or indeed for any of us in life within or outside of the workplace. The concept of what the workplace is shifted for many of us, and some of that change will be permanent across the whole economy and, of course, in HE too. It's been an incredibly difficult period for everyone, and the pandemic had a big impact on universities and their staff and students. I know how hard institutions work to mitigate that, using funding provided by the Welsh Government for things like student hardship and support services, and maintaining research capacity and developing digital learning. Now, I recognise that structural funds contributed over £400 million to HE and FE in the 2014 to 2020 round. I continue to make the case for the UK Government replacement funds and framework to be designed in a way that recognises your contribution and does not undermine or take away your continued ability to develop and improve our research development and innovation base. I recognise that the pilot rounds have excluded higher education in a way that I think is to the detriment of the future programme. The positive, though, is there doesn't appear to be a finalised framework in place. That means there's still opportunity for universities individually to make the case to representatives across all parties, as well as the university sector within the UK, making the case to each of the 4 national governments. I hope that a new Secretary of State within the UK will take an approach that removes some of the unnecessary political battles and focuses on the practical benefit and purpose that the new funding framework could and should deliver, the practical benefit and purpose that this report highlights that higher education makes to our wider economy. Wales has outperformed the rest of our UK nations on the proportion of graduate startups per head, and University Wales has reported on the variety of businesses emerging from Welsh universities. I've managed to meet some of those successful spin-out businesses myself in my time in post already, and these are an important part of Wales's future economic prosperity and recovery. The report makes clear the strengths of higher education institutions and of your vital contribution to wider Welsh society as well as the economy. I of course wish this sector every success going forward. You are definitely part of the answer as we look to create a greener, fairer and more prosperous future for Wales. I look forward to meeting you collectively and individually in my time in office. Many thanks.